2-minute warning, councillors. We'll be starting in 2 minutes.
I'm getting there. Slow rolling.
Flex 11, all the ones. Flex 11.
We're no longer compliant with branding strategy.
I'm well aware of that, and also for the council, you want it all in 2 months for the next year, want a new month for the next year, want a new month.
Everyone else wants it all.
Hey,
What if royal blue, you want royal blue? I don't mind going this with nice. Whatever you do, you want to have this style that I want this new month. The new logo on? No.
Yeah.
You did it on last time.
Attention please, councillors. Welcome to the extraordinary meeting of council for June. Thank you for your attendance. To those that are listening in on YouTube, welcome to our extraordinary meeting of council, and of course to our executive team here at council as well. First item on our agenda, I'd like to declare it open, I should say, at 4:01. First item on our agenda is acknowledgement of country, and I'd like to acknowledge the Kamilaroi people as your traditional custodians of the land on which we gather, and pay my respects to their elders, both past and present, and extend that respect to other Aboriginal community members who may be present or listening today. Councillors and executive team, if I could please ask that you stand for prayer. Eternal God, our loving Father, we come to thee this day in the name of Jesus Christ, who is the lover of our souls and the saviour of all mankind. May we feel his love and respond to it. May his spirit shine in lives that are darkened by worry, doubt, or fear. Strengthen and guide those who are trying to do what is right. Make it plain to them. Make us more mindful of the needs of our fellow men and less absorbed in the selfish concerns, that Christ may approve and bless what we do here this day. We ask these blessings in his name. Amen. Please be seated. Next item on the agenda is those present and apologies. Happy to say that we had 100% participation from elected members and executive team, with the inclusion of Mr. Connor, and with the inclusion of our Chief Financial Officer on Zoom. So that's 100% participation. Next item on the agenda is declarations of interest in relation to our extraordinary meeting of council. We have 4 current declarations, one by myself in relation to, actually they're all in relation to item 7.1. My declaration is relating to the council position, Whitehaven Coal Vickery Extension Project. It's pecuniary, and that is for the reason I own a company that provides goods and services to Whitehaven Coal. Next declaration from Councillor Swain, 7.1 again, Council. Councillor has a significant non-pecuniary declaration of interest relative to work for Whitehaven Coal. Councillor Hook has a significant non-pecuniary, as the reason is he is the chair of IMEX, Whitehaven is a major sponsor for. And our 4th declaration is from Councillor O'Keefe, and that is pecuniary, as Councillor O'Keefe is employed by the proponent of Vickery. I'll now call for any further declarations of interest in relation to the extraordinary business statement. No further declarations, and I confirm all 4 declarations or councillors will be leaving the chambers for the debate and the determination of item 7.1. Moving on, items 5 and 6. There are no business for our extraordinary meeting, so item 7 is the next. I'll be, as I said, declaring. So I'll be removing myself from the chair and from the chambers with my fellow councillors that have declared interest.
Good evening, councillors and those listening. Let the record show councillors, the Mayor, Councillor Chaffey, the Deputy Mayor, Councillor Hook, Councillor Swain and Councillor O'Keefe have left the council chambers. I now call for nominations from the floor to assume the role of chair.
Nominate councillor Hasler.
Second one.
Nomination by councillor Campbell, seconded councillor Luke for councillor Hasler. Any further nominations? There being no further nominations, councillor Hasler, would you like to assume the chair?
I think I'll operate from down here. General Manager. Right, well, we have before us the item and an officer's recommendation. I think I could point out the fact that our officers, Mr. Hudson and the director, Mr. John, have done a very good job in getting, if you read the submission, which I've had the pleasure of getting through over the last few days, these two documents, they do recognise the cover submission, talk about the staging, the infrastructure, construction, detailed plans for the preparation, planning, landscaping, flood design, detailed plans and design for rail spur, preparation of management plans and records for the consent conditions were all influenced by our submission, by our two submissions, I think it was. So I think that's really positive work from our members. I'm just speaking from the chair, if I can, I don't normally take that opportunity, but to me, I would like to see either in the motion or an indication from the General Manager should this present officer's recommendation go through. And we probably should have a motion to the effect, I suppose, to start with. So who would like to do? Councillor Luke, so moved, seconded Councillor Moses. So just on that discussion point, it seems to me in reading the documentation, there's three things that should be highlighted as well as what the General Manager might be planning to say anyway, but in support. One is the emphasis on the importance of the water issues. There's a very lengthy amount of documents about water, and rightly so, but particularly given the effects of the drought over the last 2 or 3 years and people's concern, both within our community and more importantly for the people located in that area. Secondly, the importance of the heritage status of the whole of the so-called Currumbee on Homestead complex, because there's a little bit of contradiction. They talk about, in some cases, about just the homestead building itself, but then they talk about in this document on, I think it's page, which page now, down here somewhere, but they talk about as if it's one building, just the homestead that is a concern. For as a heritage listed building, but it is all of the buildings and the outbuildings. And in this document, which is the recommendation, page 25, they deal with B70 through B72, 73 through to those through to 74 and 5 all refer to the complex, and that is all of the buildings. There are about 8 or 9 buildings in that complex, not just the homestead itself. So I think we should be reinforcing that the heritage importance is to the whole complex, and I think that is also supported by the officers of environment and heritage. And the third thing I think we should emphasise, as well as what we've already done, is the need to acknowledge the potential effects of nearby properties that aren't in the accession zone. Whilst the report and our submission supported the view that there are a lot of supporting our community for this project, and quite clearly there will be a number of people who are or perceive themselves as being adversely affected, and they feel that they're not being represented. So I think it is important that we understand that there are some people that are still, and particularly those close by to the proposed development, who are still have considerable concerns and don't have the option of those that are in the accession zone of accepting be bought out. So I'm just suggesting those three things. If the General Manager was happy to include that, we might need to include it in the motion itself. Otherwise, I move an amendment to that effect. But, so perhaps just the General Manager might like to comment whether he was happy to include that.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I'd like to, in the first instance, defer to Mr. Johns or Mr. Hudson just to provide any technical response that may be required on that. But no objection in principle, depending on what Mr. Johns and Mr. Hudson says.
Thanks, Mr. Groth, through you, Mr. Chair. I don't have any major concerns with anything proposed there, Councillor Hasler. I might just look to Mr. Hudson, see if he has any specific comments to make. Any concerns?
So just clarifying, you want something within the resolution to identify that these additional points be considered by council or addressed by council?
Well, I'm saying that I can include that by way of an amendment or attempt to include it, but I was saying that the office, the viewers, the officers and the general manager who's going to make a presentation to the IPC are happy to include those three things in their presentation. I don't need to move the amendment.
Thanks, Mr. Chair. Just taking on board, Mr. Hudson clearly doesn't have any major objection, so I've taken note of those 3 points, as I'm sure the General Manager has. So, the General Manager or his delegate would be prepared to, I'm sure, prepared to make those comments.
And now to my apologies for taking that so much of the meeting time, but do other councillors wish to raise any items themselves?
No, the only thing that I'd like to say, Mr. Mayor, sitting on some of these committees out there with Whitehaven and that, we see a lot of things in there that are conflicts from other people that have put submissions in. I've looked at all the submissions and I noticed a couple in there. They don't want this and they don't want that. And they've got reasons for it because it's going to affect them, really not affect them, but it will in their eyes affect them. So I'm happy with that and I'm okay with that current situation. So, but I just want people to be aware of that with that Whitehaven group of people that are involved. And that's some of the farming sector. They can't have it all their own way. Got to be fair.
As the supposed mover of this motion, I can, I'm happy with the general manager as representative representing our position. I'm happy with that position, and especially with the emphasis of those points that you have actually raised. So, but nothing further to add.
Thank you, Councillor Luke. Councillor Moses, is the second one?
No, thank you, Mr. Chair.
As there are no further speakers, I don't know there's no right of reply necessarily here, so I'll put the motion then. Those in favour, please say aye. Carry. Those against, I should ask first of all. I know we'd all had our hands up, so there's no anybody against, so let's declare the carry unanimously. Perhaps we can all the others they can come back to the meeting.
Council's next item on our agenda is Director of Infrastructure Services report. Starting at item 8.1, 2019-20 capital rollover, Wantabah Reserve fencing, and I'll hand over to Mr. Bartlett to detail the recommendation report.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. And through you, the purpose of this report is to seek council's endorsement to roll over the 2019-20 capital works allocation for Wantabah Reserve fencing to the 2021 financial year for the reasons detailed in the report.
Thank you, Mr. Bartlett, and Council has moved that recommendation that now becomes a motion, and seconded by Councillor Moses. Councillor Hawke, you wish to speak to the motion?
No, thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Now call for elected member who'd like to speak against the motion, ask a question. Councillor Moses, as the seconder of the motion, you wish to speak?
No, thank you, Mr. Mayor.
That be the case, put the motion, all in favour? Against? Declare the motion carried. Moving on item 8.2, Heavy Vehicle Safety and Productivity Program, and I'll hand back to Mr. Bartlett to detail the recommendation report.
Thank you, Mr Mayor, and through you. The purpose of this report is to endorse the grant submission made for the Kelvin Road upgrade and to seek council resolution to contribute $540,455 toward the project if the application is successful.
Mr. Bartlett, I now call for a elected member. Thank you. Councillor Fuller has moved the recommendation to become the motion, seconded by Councillor Swain. Councillor Fuller, do you wish to speak to the motion?
No, thanks, Mr Mayor.
I now call for elected member who'd like to speak against the motion or ask a question. Councillor Hall.
Thank you, Mr Mayor, and through you to Mr Bartlett. Mr Bartlett, if this application is not successful, does it have any impact on the original grant application with the state government?
Thank you, Councillor. With the question through you, Mr Mayor, no, it does not.
Councillor Swain is the second of the motion. You wish to speak?
No, thank you, Mr Mayor.
I call for any further questions or elected member who'd like to speak against the motion. That be the case, I put the motion on in favour. Against? Declare that motion carries. Councillors, for the next item, it will be in closed meeting, so I'll now call for elected member move that we suspend staff. Thank you, Councillor Fuller, and move to closed meeting, and seconded by Councillor Hook. I'll put that motion on in favour. Against? Declare that motion carried.